Welcome to It Looks Cool with TJ. This is TJ, and this is the Alliance of American Football has released their uniforms finally, and I have my friend TJ here to decide whether we like it or not. So TJ, I think we're going to start with the helmets first. So give me your thoughts on this Arizona Hotshots helmet.
So, the color palette is interesting. They're using a lot of yellow, which I wasn't sure I would like. I think it works. I'm a huge fan of the front stripe decal that they have going on right there.
Yes, I like because it's one of the elements of the logo that I talked about in the previous video, where I like the little subtlety, little AZ in there. Like I really dig it. The logo is fire, literally and figuratively. So like I dig it. I think they did a great job with it. You know, the Alliance is doing big things. So after we do that, now we get into this Atlanta Legends logo with the crown, with the football in it. So TJ, is it trash or does it look cool?
Well, Robert, it looks cool. The logo is great, and it stands out on the helmet. The purple is the right choice. The gold stripe is the right choice. Something that's a recurring theme on all of them is that a lot of them do logo on right, number on left, and that was, I thought, a unique choice, but league-wide, I think it works. Also, if you look very closely at the stripe decal, there's like a very subtle print of what I'm guessing is the interior of the stadium, which I am a big fan of, and it kind of looks like it's kind of like a speckled paint too, which I'm also a big fan of.
So the helmet kind of continues what I liked about, the brand overall. Now, this San Diego fleet though,
Yes, it looks cool. The chevron pattern, instead of a stripe that they have going up and back, it's reminiscent of military uniform chevrons, but also arrows on like a runway for like airplanes to take off of, or, for like battle carriers, which is really cool. Their logo is fantastic. The color scheme they chose for the helmet, and it's just good.
The Memphis Express here, I like one of the things that this shows that the Alliance is not afraid to do is to have the helmets not just be a simple sticker that just goes on one part of the helmet. Like they're willing to see the entire helmet as a piece, a place for art to go. So I like when the entire helmet is used as a canvas to paint whatever you want on there.
I agree. The way that the tail end of both planes kind of come together at the back, it creates a really cool, way to look at things, a cool perspective. I really like the logo for this team, and the bright red helmet I think really works for them. And it does fade to blue there at the bottom, and I think that it works a lot better than maybe, say, a certain team in Jacksonville did when they had half of their helmet gold for some reason. So, yeah, I think this works. It's not my favorite helmet, but it's a solid look, and I think it works.
So the Salt Lake Stallions, again, they're another one that decided to use the entire helmet, and it's not just a sticker of the entire horse, but they're just kind of doing the accents. They're kind of the back of the horse, the mane, if you will.
This team, Salt Lake, if it wasn't for the existence of the fleet in San Diego, would probably be by far and away my favorite look overall. The way that they have the lighter blue in the face mask that goes into the wings or the hair or whatever you want to call it, I think it's wings, I think is just great.
The Orlando Apollos, which the Orlando Apollos are probably my favorite name of this, and because it shocked me because it was the first name I saw that they revealed, but then also it wasn't like a typical name. That was the first sign. I was like, okay, they're not going to go with the typical, lions, tigers, bears kind of thing. But what do you think of this helmet? Because it's definitely interesting. They kind of use the entire helmet as a canvas. What do you think of the marksman on either side kind of coming together in the back?
This one, I think they did about as good as they could for what they had. However, It does feel like it was designed by committee. The number on the back of the helmet, it's fine, but what gets me is how bare the front of the helmet is, because the Archer doesn't go too far forward. It works. It looks fine. I would have absolutely loved to see a orange stripe ending with an arrowhead right there. Yeah. The fact that they didn't think of that baffles me.
Yeah, because I don't like. For me, I don't understand because I don't see why it's an Archer. So I would feel like the focal point would be like the tip of the. But so I could see it like coming together instead of coming together in the back, coming together in the front. So when you're seeing them, you're seeing the two arrows come together, or doing what you said, have like a stripe. Like it's weird that it's not.
It's just a bare blue.
Yeah, it's interesting choice. It's an interesting choice. Now here we go. So the Birmingham Iron have chosen what I would call a minimalist look.
That's the best you could do? Plain black? They have a really cool logo. It's got that B logo on the football. People love the logo. Some say it's the best that the Alliance has. I personally disagree. However, it is one of the good ones. They had a great color scheme to work from. The helmet, like the black and the gray, I think is great. Why do you not put it's like someone forgot to put the logo on the photoshopped right side and the number on the left. It's like they forgot, and that's what they have. I mean, you're trying to sell stuff, right? You're trying to create something, a culture. And it's awesome. It's gritty. It's tough, right? Like, people love that logo, so let's not use it? I don't understand that. I won't understand that. I can't get behind that. Put the dang logo on the helmet.
It's definitely a bold move. It's a bold move. And then, ladies and gentlemen, San Antonio Commanders. Goodness gracious. This is probably my favorite of all the helmets. Like, because, you know, using multiple colors on a helmet can be a risk sometimes, because if it's not done right, it just looks, you know, terrible. It just looks like it's too much going on. But it's the extension of their brand is so seamless. Like the back with the Alamo, with the SA in the back, you have that beautiful logo on the side, and how it just integrates and it weaves together the story of the franchise.
The single best usage of the two-tone helmet we will ever see. Period. Everyone else should just quit after this, because the way that they incorporate not just the design aesthetic of it, but to turn it into the Alamo shape and the color scheme. You wouldn't think that a maroon and a lighter red would work, but that's a thing I like to play around with, is tone on tone, because it works really well if you do it right, and it really gives it a really unique look that I just think is great. A+.
Those are the helmets. Let us know which helmet is your favorite.